Hello everyone, in this video we have compiled touching moments where heroes disregard time and danger to step up and rescue vulnerable animals. These images will leave a lasting impression on your heart and evoke captivating human emotions. This injured wild elephant named Pretty Boy was in intense pain and approached the wildlife doctors for help. It remains a mystery how the animal knew they would assist. Grateful for the bullet's removal and the relief from pain, Pretty Boy then found solace by taking a nap on a tree. The unfortunate cougar crashed into a tree because of a dog, and it was discovered that he had a great fear of heights. With bravery and determination, he climbed the tree, reassured the frightened cougar, and carefully brought him down to solid ground. The snake species never actively attacks humans, and they only engage in self-defense when threatened. And this particular snake seems to be extremely thirsty, leading it to approach the water source from humans. These individuals came across a wild wolf that was in desperate need of CPR. Despite being one of the most dangerous animals in the world for humans, they didn't hesitate for a moment to put their own safety at risk in order to save the distressed creature. A sight like this would make most people run away, but this man knew that it was just Betty, a friendly alligator who was simply looking for a small treat. It may be a normal day in Florida, but never attempt it yourself. This moose spent many hours in freezing water, waiting for help from people. The ice had formed so tightly around the animal that it had to be cut with a chainsaw to free the giant and allow it to stand up again. This young elephant had the misfortune of falling into a hole exactly its own size. It took an entire group of people to find a way to rescue him and keep him alive until then. We don't know why these two elephants suddenly decided to swim across the sea, but one thing is certain, they would have drowned without human intervention. These individuals stumbled upon a bound and hidden turtle, and without hesitation they sprang into action, rescuing it and bringing it back to life. And this female loggerhead turtle had a net lodged deep in its throat, making it challenging for the animal to eat or even breathe. Fortunately, the turtle encountered these compassionate individuals who were willing to lend a hand. For 3 whole days, this poor young elephant had to stand to avoid drowning. People couldn't pull him from above or push him from below. Miraculously, they managed to find an excavator to assist the distressed animal in getting out. A calf ventured onto the ice and couldn't be saved by conventional methods. The rescuers, faced with a challenging situation, decided to attempt a risky method, airlifting it with a helicopter. A goose without a beak cannot eat, even if the food is right in front of it. But this poor animal is fortunate to be the first goose in history to have a 3D printed beak. So you're old enough to have children, but when it comes to your house, you immediately call mom for help. Well, ducks aren't any different from humans in that regard. This Arctic fox had no hope of finding food in such a snowy desert. But today, it's its lucky day, with a giant sausage as a gift. Wow, it has stunningly beautiful eyes. This baby deer found itself helplessly stuck in the mud, and the situation seemed dire. However, out of nowhere, a human arrived and skillfully operated an excavator with precision, rescuing the baby from its sticky predicament. To save this elephant, an entire excavator was enlisted for the rescue operation. The immense gratitude of the elephant was evident in its heartfelt display of appreciation. This bear cub was abandoned by its mother and spent 6 whole days with a bottle stuck in its head. Its survival instinct drove it to climb higher and higher up the tree, but the rescuers never gave up either. It's unimaginable how terrifying it must have been for the dog, trapped and slowly starving, all alone. Thank you to all the kind-hearted individuals who participated in rescuing the dog. This fox cub got trapped in a wheel, and the veterinarian had to work tirelessly to free it and ensure its safety. This dolphin became trapped in a shallow riverbed, 3 miles away from the nearest sea. It is on the verge of death as the dirty stagnant water is not a suitable habitat for it. Thankfully, a human was nearby and he swiftly rushed to the rescue. This little dolphin wasn't strong enough to fight against the waves, but then this man lent him a hand. This mother dog pleaded with a human to save her puppies from the rain. She even guided the man to the location where the puppies were in need of rescue. Many people find joy in feeding squirrels, as it appears adorable. However, the statistics regarding squirrel survival are quite disheartening. Approximately 75 to 80% of young squirrels do not survive to reach the age of 1, succumbing to various causes. While walking his dogs, he witnessed something fall down. It was a tiny squirrel. Fearing for its survival, Lubiash took it under his care, nurturing it back to health by feeding it goat milk. Now they have formed an unbreakable bond and are inseparable. This dog had gone without food for 5 days and was found hiding behind the dumpsters. Upon closer inspection, it was discovered that the dog was covered in thousands of mites. This kind-hearted woman took the dog to a clinic where it took several hours to remove the parasites. In another case, a nursing mother faced a dilemma whether to seek help from humans or not. After some contemplation, she made the decision to trust them. She led the people to her hungry pups, who had no chance of survival without their assistance. Eventually, the puppies were saved, and now they all have a new home. It seemed like this unfortunate koala had already given up when suddenly this woman came to the rescue. After quenching its thirst, the poor creature continued to cry and started pleading to be picked up. It had suffered greatly, but now was in good hands. This sloth had taken the whole day to cross the road, but luckily an attentive driver stopped to help it. That's exactly what happened with this koala that was discovered on the street, appearing exhausted and frightened. As soon as it spotted people, the koala hurriedly ran over to hug their legs. People fed it a few mint leaves, provided water, and later arranged a visit to the doctor. The snake species never actively attacks humans, they only engage in self-defense when threatened. And this particular snake seems to be extremely thirsty, leading it to approach the water source from humans. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.
Điều thứ hai đó chính là biết ơn khi mà anh em đã cùng nhau